I hate putting my car onto a jack stand. It takes forever simply because I have to use one of these stupid little pucks to go into the little recess underneath your side skirt. You constantly risk cracking your side skirt. And today, TGK Motorsports sent us a product that is going to eliminate all our worries. So today, I'm throwing on a set of TGK billet jack blocks. Let's get into the DIY. Welcome back to another video, everyone. As always, I'm Cameron. This is Audi C7 owners, and today's DIY is going to be installing a set of TGK Motorsport billet jack blocks. Tyler Kirsch, that owns TGK Motorsport, if you're familiar with him and his company, you probably drive an S6 or an S7 because most of the stuff he makes are for the 4.0T crowd, which he makes some amazing stuff, so definitely go check him out. But he sent us a set of his jack blocks to install on our C7, and this is one of the products he makes that fits all C7 cars. If you got a B8 S4, B8 SQ5, something like that, sorry, these are not for you. They're not going to work. So if you're unfamiliar with your C7, I don't know how often you put your car on jack stands, but if you get under there, the first time you go under, you might be surprised that there's no real good place to put a jack or any kind of a jack stand. And yeah, it is kind of a pain in the butt. If you're unfamiliar, on the front and rear of your pinch weld, basically on the bottom side of your side skirt, you've got these little basically divots, and you can see they're kind of rounded out in the middle there. And what you have to have is some kind of a jack pad adapter that you put on your jack stand or your jack, and that goes in there, and then you can lift it up and it sits on that. Now it's kind of a pain in the butt to get this aligned in here, and then even once it's up there, you got to find a place to put your jack stand. That's a whole other story. Before you ask, I use the pinch weld. Some people don't. That's what I do, works for me. But in any case, getting this aligned up onto this thing is kind of a pain in the butt. This is the front one, this is the rear one. The rear one's a little bit shallower than the front one, but it's the same concept. You've got this kind of grooved out thing that a jack pad adapter will go into, and you can lift the car up. So Tyler, I think, got tired of having to deal with that and decided he wanted a permanent solution where he could just put a floor jack underneath or get his two-post lift underneath really easily. So he came up with these. And I'm gonna show you how these work, but real quick, some tools that you're gonna need. A screwdriver with a pretty thin flat head at the end, a 5mm Allen key, and honestly that's all you need. But if you get a 5mm kind of like, you know, impact adapter, this could be helpful as well. So let me rearrange the camera. I'm going to show you these in detail and how they work, because it's only about 5 minutes to install each of these, but there's a trick to them that'll make life a lot easier if you know about it going into it. First things first, let's talk about the OEM jack cover plate, whatever you want to call this thing. You can see it's got these little prongs here, and these are going to go up into a cutout in the metal frame of the vehicle and hold in there. Then you've got a insert here that kind of pushes those out to secure them. So when this is in the car, you're going to be looking at it from this direction. You can see that little divot there. All you want to do is go in here and get a flathead, and you just want to pop it out, and it'll come loose. You can usually from that point just pull it out like that. And then this will still be in there, and you just need to get the screwdriver in there and pry on it, and it'll get these two prongs. These things will come out pretty easily. You just get the screwdriver in there somehow, pry it out, and it falls out. Watch out, there's gonna be a lot of dirt stuck under there. So once you have the OEM jack cover out, it's time to get your TGK billet jack block put in there. Now, there's 3 bolts here. The outer 2 are short, the one in the middle is long, and I will show you why in a second. Let me make sure my camera stays focused. I'm going to use my impact here and make this pretty easy. First, we're going to do, before we go out to the cars, we're going to pull out the small ones. Super simple. Dump those out, set them somewhere safe. All right, then the middle one. Once you have that out, okay, once you have all your bolts out, pull the hanger out. That's what I'm going to call this piece, because this is going to hang from the car. And then we need to pop out this piece, and we'll just call that like the securing piece. I don't know what you want to call it, but the piece here. I like to just use the bolt, push it out. And what we have to do here is we need to thread this bolt through here, and it just pushes through. There's nothing for it to actually connect to on this end. And we're going to push this in, but we're going to turn it to where it is perpendicular and can't seat into the recess. We're going to take the hanger with our finger over the bolt here, just push it till you feel it touch, and start tightening it. And what we're going to do is we're going to tighten this to a point where we can use this to manipulate the hanger in its direction. So we'll get this down a little bit. We don't need a ton of room. But what we want to do, and I've got this one set up already so I can show you. We get it to a point where you can see there's a little bit of space here that I can put my finger here over this piece and press on the bolt and turn it, and it rotates the hanger piece. Because what's going to happen is when this goes into the frame rail of the car, this is going to go through a tiny loop of metal. And once it's there, we rotate, and that will allow the hanger to stay into the frame of the vehicle. And then we'll put downward pressure on it, and tighten this in with this piece recessed all the way in, and that's what's going to secure the jack block to the car. Now once you have it all the way down, we'll use the small screws to go in each side, and that's just another way to secure this in here and ensure that it doesn't fall out and come loose. But we're going to go to the car. I'll show you how to do all this. It takes about 5 minutes, but I wanted you guys to see this before we actually get out there. All right, so here we are under the rear driver's side of my car, and you can see that OEM jack cover. I got to hold my phone and do this just because I don't have enough room to really get a tripod under here. So you see, I'll get the screwdriver in here. I'll just gently pry it out. Try and do this one-handed so you guys can see it. So you can see how it just kind of pops out. We'll wiggle it there. See if I can get my fingers on it now. So pull that out. Then we'll take the screwdriver and we'll just get a little bit of leverage here to pop this out. I'm going to go against the bottom of my side skirt, which some people might cringe at. But you see it just pops out. We'll let that go somewhere off to the side. And now here's that hole in the metal frame rail right here. And so that's what the piece is going to go up into, and then we need to turn so it can actually sit there. So let me see if I can get the camera angled on this and you see how I put this in. Okay, so you can see the hole in the frame, you can see the adapter. I've got that hanger piece aligned with the hole in the frame. I'm just gonna set this up. I've got my finger on that bolt hole so it doesn't move up there. And once it's here, I'm gonna just turn this like that, push up. And then now once that's here, I can get something to tighten this up. And this is where it's gonna be a little tricky with the camera. Now, when you use an impact, be very gentle. Do not go crazy. Go very, very slow. So it's tightened up. I'm gonna leave it like that. It's on there. It's good and tight, but I'm still gonna hand tighten it with a Allen key. But before I do that, I'm gonna get these extra securing bolts in here just to make sure that those are in. I'm not tightening those up yet. I'm gonna tighten the center one all the way down first, and then we'll tighten those up. When it comes to how tight to make these, I'm not going crazy, but loosen it there. I'm not going crazy tight. I just want it good and snug without feeling like I'm gonna break something. And that's it. It's as easy as that, guys. We're all done. We got all 4 in, and honestly, each corner from start to finish, removing the OEM cover plate and installing the TGK jack block takes, I think, 3 minutes tops. That's if you prepare each of those jack blocks at a table to where you know you just got to put it in, spin it, and then tighten it down. I would not try and put like each piece together sitting underneath the car. But these are awesome. They make life so much easier in regards to jacking up the car and getting a jack stand underneath there. It reduces a lot of time, and it doesn't sound like it, but not having to fit that little puck in there on the OEM plate does save a lot of time. And I'm sure when it comes to a 2-post lift or something like that, it's gonna help a lot as well. So in any case, if you liked it, please like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good jazz that us YouTubers like to say. Please go follow TGK Motorsports if you're not already. He puts out a ton of stuff for the C7 platform, especially all you 4OT guys. Thank you, Tyler, for sending these out here. It's going to make life a lot easier for me going into the future. I will see you guys on the next video.